Check this out. I'm never giving this back. Some idiot left this in.
It's been a tough few weeks for the vlogging cameras. Firstly, the little Sony action cam was left behind on the finish line at the Tour of Marietta. It was there, videoing the finish of the race, and we just walked away and forgot it. Luckily though, one quick email to the race promoter, they'd found the camera, they put it in the post, and it was back with us 2 days later. So Tour of Marietta, thank you so much. I thought this was gone. On a sad note though, I have to announce the death of the pump cam. It took a slightly unprepared swim in the swimming pool. It didn't have its proper waterproof case on, so RIP pump cam. But not to worry, because pump cam version 2 is already live and in action. It's the new Spy Stealth Edition. It's like a little submarine periscope now, like way more than ever before. Pump cam still has the same basic features that it had before. Full 360-degree mobility, extender pin for a little bit of extra height, and also for those hard to reach calf shots. If you don't know about pump cam, I'll link the video just up here. It's still probably my favorite video that I've made. The old pump cam had just the bottom of the range GoPro Hero parked on top of it. The audio was like sort of like 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, so I'm hoping this is better. The old Hero used to have like a skeleton back which you could put on, and then that would allow you to get to the microphone if you talk loud enough, unless you made it waterproof, which then it just sounded like you were in a tin can, which I mean the GoPro basically was. This is the new Hero 4 Session. It's way small. It's also going to really help me with my my Strava com hunting. It's cut at least 50 to 60 grams off the old GoPro. But this one is in a permanently waterproof mode, but I'm not sure how the audio is going to be. I watched as many YouTube videos as I could with people using these, but no one was sort of riding around talking to their camera, so I had no idea what the wind would do to it. So this is the test. I hope it's good enough, otherwise I'll just have to pull over to tell all my super interesting stories. Fingers crossed. Over the last year or two, I've had some riders ask me for advice or for some help with finding teams overseas. Hang on. Much better. As a result of this though, I've seen my fair share of rider CVs or race resumes. Some of them have been pretty good and others have just been plain terrible. So I thought I would share my tips and my opinions on what makes a good CV or resume. Rider CVs are not just for people searching for teams. They're also for people looking for sponsorships or looking to get into certain events or even to join some clubs. Anytime you need a rider CV, having a good one will pay off. I'm a big fan of the short and sweet CV. Personally, I go for a one-page resume. Remember that the person looking at this has probably seen dozens, if not hundreds of these things before. Having a good one will stand out. Packing all your information into one page will allow whoever it is that is reviewing it to see everything they need to see quickly. Having important information down on page 11 or 12, yes, I've seen it, will not help you. To start with, at the top, you just need your most basic information. Your name, your contact details, the city you live in, your nationality, possibly your social media accounts, and definitely the languages you speak. In the cycling world, especially when you're racing overseas, speaking multiple languages makes a big difference. If you would like to, fit in a small photo of yourself near the top so that the team can see what you look like on or off the bike, but one is more than enough. Next, I go for any notable achievements that don't really fit into the recent race results. That could be any tertiary education or possibly even national team selections. Next up is race results. Personally, I choose to only list the last 2 to 3 years of my racing results. Anything major that happened before that could be listed under your notable achievements above, but in general, 2 to 3 years is enough to sell yourself as a rider. These results should be categorized by year and sorted numerically by position. There is nothing that grates my carrot more than finding a race win mixed in with a 15th place. And remember, these are just your best places from the season. This is not a rundown of your entire season. Choose your best 6 to 8 results and list those. Finally, I like to list some physiological data. I list my height and my weight and my basic power profile. That's like a tongue twister. Power profile, power profile, power profile, power profile. Putting this data in is a great way to prove to teams what you're capable of. If you're applying overseas, they will not necessarily know the races that you've competed in. This can be a great way to show exactly what you can do. Now that your race resume is complete, you need to remember that it can be tailored for each occasion. Do your research on each team or company, potential sponsor, or even club or event to make sure that you enhance your chances. Highlight your characteristics that will most likely appeal to the recipient. That could be a strong social media presence, it could be your experience, it could be your physiological potential, it could be your climbing, your sprinting. Do your research, find out what they're looking for, and play up those strengths. Finally, the cover letter. The cover letter is what will grab the recipient's attention and make them open your CV. Again, short, sweet, and directly to the point is key. Again. Anyone reading will immediately know who you are, what you're about, and why you are the right person to sign, select, or sponsor.